I have a heavy slam. Did you know that Bombirdier, one of the Titan Pokemon in Scarlet Violet, not really known for its competitive niche, is a Pokemon that ended up making day 2 at the Vancouver Regional Championship. Who would have ever thought? We're going to try out this team. We're going to see if Bombirdier is actually good and see how it goes. This team features Trick Room with Room Service Bombirdier, or Bombirdier. I don't know how you pronounce this mon. With Room Service powering up its acrobatics with the held item consumption and Rocky Payload, increasing its rock type attacks. It can do a lot with its strong 3 offensive coverages. Iron Hands with Clear Amulet and Fake Out support to help set up Trick Room and set up Sword Stance for more pressure on the field. Hovercloak Hatterene to avoid flinches and special attack drops from Snarl. Pokesash Fluttermane is a safe Trick Room setter that is fast outside of Trick Room. Torkoal as a strong Sunsweeper and Assault Vest Arcanine to help with Intimidate and good against Fluttermane, which this team is a little bit weak to. Armarouge and other Pokemon that can give the Pokemon some trouble. The main goal is to try to set up Trick Room and sweep or get some chip damage first and then set up Trick Room in the mid game. Common leads involve Arcanine with Intimidate or Iron Hands for Fake Out support to help set up the Trick Room. Bombirdier and Torkoal are usually kept in the back to be brought out once Trick Room is up. If you would like to check out the creator or the details of the team, they will be linked in the description. Umbreon Ceruledge, the Iron Bundle, Annihilate, Fluttermane, and the Iron Hands. Well, this matchup looks really tough. Ceruledge, this team doesn't beat Ceruledge. Look at my team. What do I have for Ceruledge? This team, oh no, this is not gonna be good, is it? I don't think I'm beating Ceruledge realistically. All right, I have to go crazy against the Ceruledge, and I mean like crazy. I think what I'm gonna try to do is I'm gonna go with the Fluttermane, Bombirdier, Hatterene, and I don't know, it might be Clear Amulet on the Ceruledge. It's Clear Amulet on the Ceruledge. I can't bring Arcanine because it doesn't do enough. But I do need to pivot. Maybe I have to. I want to bring the Iron Hands because I can Sword Stance, but it's kind of tough to set up Sword Stance, I think. Iron Hands in this situation. I think I have to bring Arcanine because I need a pivot. I could pray that the Ceruledge isn't the Clear Amulet set as well. I also kind of need to help. I just need a way to help against the Iron Hands. This is going to be a nightmare team to deal with. It looks so strange, their team on paper, but their Ceruledge is just such a problem for this team. Annihilate is also a problem for this team. I don't have the best Annihilate answers. I'm trying to hope that Bombirdier might be able to put on some pressure. I have no clue how it's gonna go. All I know is I don't think they're leading hands into like one of my Psychic / Flutter leads, so, or Hatterene plus or Flutter lead, because I would definitely lead 1 out of 2. We're gonna see the Ceruledge and the Fluttermane. Okay, so yeah, no matter what I let, it was gonna be super weird here, I guess. I really want to go Arcanine for the Fluttermane. The question is, what am I doing with Bombirdier? Do I want to Terra Rock immediately and go for the Rock Slide? I think that's a play. I think that's the play, yeah. I need the damage. I need the damage on these Pokemon, for sure. So we're going to go for Rock Slide and see how it performs afterward. I also resist a Bitter Blade, which is going to be pretty crucial, and I'm no longer weak to like Moonblast or Gleam, so that's going to be nice. Oh, that is not a Clear Amulet on the Ceruledge, so that's one really good thing. They didn't Terra Eater, it looks like, because I'm pretty sure Bombirdier would be the last to Terra in this situation. So a Rock Slide's looking really good here. I'm just saying, Terra Rock. Can we get some good damage? Can we get some good damage? Dazzling Gleam, okay. Makes sense. Bitter Blade or Bulk Up? I wouldn't be surprised if it's a Bitter Blade. Yeah, perfect. Oh, they target my Bombirdier, which is also really good because they didn't Bulk Up. All right, please. Okay, we hit KO the Ceruledge. All right, that works too. That honestly works too. Focus Sash. Wait, what? I mean, I'll take it. I'll take it, I guess. I'm snarling and I'm swapping here. No, I don't swap. I sucker the Fluttermane. Yeah. I actually should have crunched, but whatever. A Sucker Punch into the Fluttermane, picks up the knockout. Goodbye. Okay. Shadow Sneak. I hit the snarl, which I really could have got punished by not clicking crunch there, but okay. 4-2 lead. They still have Terra, but that's a really good trade because I was worried about like the Sailage being like the bulk upset and just like destroying me if I wasn't properly set up against it. Iron Bundle looks like. Air. And hands? That's hands, right? Yeah, hands. Okay. Okay. Boost Energy Bundle. Pattern looks really solid, so... I need Intimidate? I don't think I need Intimidate for the rest of the game, but we'll see. I would absolutely love a Sucker Punch for sure into the bundle. Flare was at extreme speed. I don't think picks us a knockout bundle, and I don't know if it's worth it. I think I would rather Snarl here. Yeah, I'm gonna Snarl and go for the Sucker Punch, I think. Into the bundle. Okay, no fake outs, which is nice. They got one for Hydro Pump, I'm assuming. Freeze Dry into Bombirdier. Okay. The Bombirdier goes down. I'm okay with that. I guess Snarl off. They're going to get attack off of hands, which is going to be a little bit tough. I do get the Snarl off, which is good. I am able to lower that special attack unless it's... Maybe I should have Flare Blitz. Okay, no, nice. Okay. Heavy Slam. They tried to catch Flutter Mane on the switch. I thought about it, or one of my Psychic types. That's really good to know. All right. We're going hard Flutter Mane here. And I'm going to protect my Flutter, and I'm going to go hard into my Hatterene. Yeah, this is a play. The reason this is the play is because then I can threaten the Moonblast into the bundle. I want to scout for like a bundle protect. 2, if you're going to attack something, it's going to be the Flutter Mane most likely. You could Hydro Pump, I guess, the Arcanine slot, but that's all right here. We're going to force a Terra out of them, which is good. All right, what's your Terra? Terra on the hands is going to be Grass. Perfect. All right, so we kept Arcanine around for this. So now we have a really powerful Flare that's coming out in that hands' way later. So we're going to protect our Flutter Mane here. And we're going to see the Hydro Pump. Well, I honestly don't care because I don't think it was two-shotting Hatterene. You have slammed the Flutter. Okay, cool. I think I could go for a Mystical Fire here. I'm just worried if the bundle ever protects, which is what I'm trying to avoid, I think, for the most part. So I think the play is a Trick Room here and just Moonblast the bundle. Yeah, I think that's the play. Because if they protect, that's cool. If they Hydro Pump, that's all right as well. It's hard to Flutter. I'm able to get a Moonblast off into the bundle, which is able to pick up a knockout. And now I just have to solo the hands, which I think I can with... I have 3 Pokemon remaining. Heavy Slam into the Hatterene picks up... Oh, does it pick up the knockout? I'm surprised, actually. Okay. I get to trick him off, and now I get multiple attacks off into the hands here. All right. That seals up the game, I think. Because I can go for a Mystical Fire. I can go for a Moonblast. I mean, I guess there are a few things that could go completely wrong. But we'll see. Mystical Fire should still do a chunk. It's not as much as I was hoping. But okay. Wall Charge. They take Recoil. They're covering for an Arcanine switch, which makes 100% sense. Just don't get crit Arcanine. That's basically what needs to avoid. Actually, I think even if I get crit, I win anyway. Because there's no way Wall Charge KOs me at neutral. And they take the Recoil with the Wall Charge, and I have 2 Mystical Fires. Yeah. Actually, that'd be really close here. Still gonna go for Mystical Fire. It is my best move here. And I'm gonna go for a Flare Blitz. I get Extreme Speed, I guess, but I don't really see a point of that. Mystical Fire. Yeah, because I think the Wall Charge Recoil would put them in the range of another Mystical Fire, so I should always have that sealed. And it's definitely Assault Vest. Wall Charge. Yeah. Oh, I thought this matchup was going to be a lot tougher, but the Sash Sarilege is not the one I was scared of. The bulky Sarilege is definitely way more terrifying against me, but the Terra Rock Bombirdier actually coming in clutch to allow me to get the damage off immediately into the pressuring these, especially the Sarilege. Sarilege, I just think, is a tough mon for this team. Because with Terras, like a defensive Terra, like Terra Steel or Terra Grass, it's actually really hard for my team to actually pick up a knockout on the Sarilege, especially Terra Steel. Terra Steel's a nightmare if I don't bring hands, but I don't think I could have really brought hands in that matchup. It looked really bad, I think, into everything on my opponent's team. All right, it looks like we got the Wolf and Marcus team. We have Iron Hands, Iron Bundle, Great Tusk, Golden Go, Gothitelle, plus the Iron Jugulis, which, man, I wish I was Terrifier on the Hatterene. I'll say that much. Okay. Arcanine is probably a really good lead. They don't have Hydro Pump on the bundle. So I do like Arcanine as a lead, I think, for the most part. Arcanine plus, like, Flutter Mane's actually really solid, I think, into their team. Yeah, it's really solid into their team, I think, for the most part. I like Hatterene a lot because it can pressure their hands, so I think it's Hatterene in the back. It also can pressure the Great Tusk. Eruption's pretty strong here, but I'm not 100% certain. I actually want to try out Bombardier because having a ground resist for the Great Tusk is actually really good here. So I'm going to try it out. We also have Sucker Punch that drops into Golden Go in the late game if I'm able to weaken it. So let's see how this is going to go. Main Pokemon I think that's going to be really hard to handle are going to be Golden Go and the Hands. Those are the two. Gothitelle can be really annoying. I don't know if they're going to bring Jugulis because Jugulis is normally what their Trick Room answer would normally be like, because, or like their Psychic type Trick Room stuff, because they could just Snarl. But they can't really Snarl my Hatterene, which is like one positive note, I guess, with the current team I'm using. So we'll find out how this is going to be approached. It really depends because I have no idea what they're going to lead into this team. They could lead Golden Go. They could lead Gothitelle. I could definitely see the Jugulis leading. Jugulis Great Tusk is really bad for me, actually. Okay. They lead Arcanine Flutter Mane here. All right. So I am going to be able to go for a... I want to threaten with Moonblast, I'm pretty sure, immediately into the Great Tusk. Well, it is Life Orb Great Tusk, so it does go down to Moonblast. Bombirdier might be the play here. And Trick Rooming with the Flutter Mane. The problem is if they Snarl immediately. You know... I Protect. Protect isn't an awful play here. Because I don't want him to break Sash on my Flutter Mane. Would I Trick Room or Moonblast immediately? I don't think Trick Room's a bad play here. But I think I'll Protect Scout. I'll Protect the Scout immediately. Although, I think if they attack, it might be Earthquake. So maybe it was just smart to go for that Moonblast. We'll see. We're going to see a Terra immediately. So this is probably Terra on the Great Tusk. So I could have went for a Moonblast and got some heavy damage off. They do. It is vulnerable to Sucker Punch now, at least on the bright side. So a Great Tusk is going to Terra. Okay. I'm going to protect Flutter Mane. And what are they going to do with the Jugulis? Tailwind, Snarl immediately? They Tailwind. Okay, so I could have just went for the Trick Room. Unfortunate. I was trying to cover a lot of plays there, but didn't work out. They did go for the Earthquake. Dang, if I just went for Trick Room, we would be in such a good spot. All right. Bombardier should be able to take attacks. This is probably going to be Snarl combined with Earthquake again. I don't have a safe swap here, unfortunately, so I think my play here is to Acrobatics does the most damage here. Yeah, I'm going to Acrobatics to Great Tusk, and I'm going to attempt to Trick Room. If they want to Protect for some reason, then I think it's better. If they go for a Snarl and they miss, it's okay for me. Jugulis switching out actually is really good for me. Is this Hands? Oh, Gothitelle. Oh, this is amazing for me. What? I'll take that. Oh, they didn't expect me to be Sash, did they? They definitely did not expect me to Sash. This is beautiful, actually, because I am able to get the Trick Room up, which is really good here. Bombardier is also really good against the... It's kind of ironic because Bombardier is actually good into Gothitelle because I do have Knockoff, which is going to hurt a lot into the Gothitelle right now. So Acrobatics into the Great Tusk. Doesn't do that much damage, but that's okay. The Trick Room does go with the Flutter Mane. Okay. I like this a lot. I like this a lot. I can knock off the Flutter Mane. Oh, I'm so dumb. I didn't have to roofs. I should have knocked off. I should have knocked off. I should have knocked off the Great Tusk. I was like, why am I doing that little damage? And I'm like, oh, it's because I didn't have the room server set up. It's okay though. I can knock off and protect the Flutter Mane on. Probably protect from the Tusk and Psychic. Yep. Okay. Maybe they charmed the Bombardier, but I think that's cool because I should still be able to two-shot the Flutter or two-shot the Gothitelle just fine. Knock off. Yeah, look at that damage. Beautiful. Get rid of your leftovers. A reverse Trick Room, which is cool too, because I still threaten him with powerful sucker punches regardless. I do like the idea of going for the acrobatics, I think. Into the Great Tusk. The question is, what do I want to do with Fluttermane? I feel like Fluttermane's job is basically done at this point. Kind of wish I doubled up the Gothitelle, but I wasn't 100% sure. Reversing Trick Room was smart here, but I don't think it's like that bad. Because Arcanine Extreme Speed is looking for 2 cleanups, and I can get Trick Room up with Hatterene afterward. So yeah, I do like the idea of just going for the acrobatics, I think, with the into the Great Tusk. And let's just try it. I guess Shadow Ball the Gothitelle. They're going to retreat Gothitelle into Golden Go. Okay. This Bombirdier is actually going to go in. That's crazy. They Headlong Rush the Fluttermane, but that works out perfectly fine here because I am going to be able to get the KO on the Great Tusk, I think. If not, Extreme Speed will pick up the knock on the Great Tusk or Sucker Punch, so I can Sucker Punch Flare Blitz. So here comes a acrobatics into the Great Tusk, and Bombirdier is looking like a pretty nice cleanup right now. This is looking really good into the rest of the Mons right here. I'm actually super shocked right now, but okay. Tailwind's expired, so they probably have to bring a... If they don't... Do you go Gothitelle? I don't think so. I think they kind of realized that they might just lose to Bombirdier, or they kind of lost to Arcanine at that point. Like, their Arcanine matchup was so weak at this point in the game, but that's still really funny. Fluttermane, Arcanine, Garganacl, Iron Hands, Grimmsnarl, and Amoonguss. All right, a very slow defensive team, which Swords Dance Iron Hands can maybe break through. This definitely looks a little bit rough because I don't have the immediate ways of breaking through Garganacl, which kind of stink here for me. Yeah, this can definitely be a tricky one right here. I like Hatterene a lot. Torkoal can help break through the Amoonguss, but doesn't really break through anything else. Yeah, this is a really tough matchup. How do I breaking through like this really defensive team is really difficult for my team. So I have Swords Dance, which is like the one thing that'll help me here, I think. And I can't even get the acrobatics. Well, I'm probably going to click Rock Slide more here. I think Rock Slide is definitely more powerful, so I need Arcanine. I would like Fluttermane, but the problem is Fluttermane's weird against this team. It helps me against Hands, but it doesn't help me against the Grims. It does help me against Grimmsnarl technically, but it's just like so... Like, Fluttermane is super vulnerable to the Garganacl, which is really tough for me to break through, and our own Fluttermane, which is faster than me. So I kind of want to go with Iron Hands plus Arcanine, I think, is pretty solid. And then I think I want to bring the Hatterene in the back with the Bombirdier. I'm bringing Hatterene because it's immune to Spore and Salt Cure recoil because of the Covert Cloak and Magic Bounce. So let's see. It's going to be very tricky. This team is not exactly easy for me to handle whatsoever. I think the way I start breaking through this is getting rid of that Arcanine. Getting rid of that Arcanine is going to be pretty big. Maybe getting some knockoffs, but yeah, it's going to be extremely difficult. Especially, yeah, like Arcanine, Garganacl. That's kind of a lead I kind of assumed. And yeah, this is going to be very tricky. So I do lead with my Arcanine and my Hands here now. You get intimidated off into both, which is nice at least. Maybe I could set up Swords Dances. I wish I had Drain Punch. If I had Drain Punch, this would be so much easier. Yeah, if I had Drain Punches, this would be so much easier. I could go in Hatterene for one of these slots, I think, and I do kind of want to go... Maybe I go Hatterene. I think I go Hatterene for the Arcanine slot, and I fake out the Arcanine. Because this is probably Salt Cure into Arcanine, although this could be Salt Cure in the Hands too. Both are pretty frustrating to deal with because I don't have recovery. Let's go Hatterene though, because Hatterene can at least dish out some damage into the Arcanine the following turn. So I fake out into their Arcanine, decent damage, and we're gonna see Salt Cure. Perfect. Okay, that's actually best case scenario because I don't take the recoil. Nice. Okay, yeah, and that's really not that much damage. Perfect. So I do want to go out of my own Arcanine for sure, and I'm just gonna fire a Psychic into their Arcanine. I need damage into their Arcanine because Garganacl, they're just gonna heal it with leftovers and recover, and it's not like I can immediately break through it. I'm assuming this is gonna be Will-O-Wisp into the Iron Hands and probably a Salt Cure into maybe the Iron Hands double up, which I think is fine. So I would like some damage into the Arcanine, get some chip, and then afterward maybe I can set up Trick Room and get in Hands, which I don't think is too bad of a plan. It also depends on who I expect to switch out. But yeah, we are going to go Arcanine here to try to catch the Wisp here. Maybe a Soul Cure, but that's all right here. Arcanine. We get another Intimidate off in the Garganacl, which is nice because it's doing less damage to Hatterene. Flare Blitz is also doing less damage to Hatterene. We're going to see Flare Blitz immediately, which is also pretty good for me. Okay. That does no damage, actually. Wow. That did no damage. Okay. I have a Heavy Slam. Okay, this mon has a way to threaten Flutter Mane too. Okay. Not bad damage. Not what I've expected, but it works out. I'm going to go for a Crunch here. Or should I E-Speed? I think I should E-Speed. Yeah, I should E-Speed. No, I should be fat. How fast is Arcanine again? I had to double check. I feel like I could just Crunch to cover for like Flutter Mane coming in. Don't know why my controller is... I don't know. My controller's been acting up recently. I am fast. Yeah, I'm like extremely fast. I should be able to get a Crunch off. Although, you know what? I will Extreme Speed here. I don't think they hard switching a Flutter Mane out of anything if they do have it. Gonna retreat here in the hands. As long as it's not Soul Cure into this slot, it should be okay. If they Soul Cure my Arcanine, that's fine. If they go for Protect, that works out too. Okay. Because I get Swords Dance upcoming turn. Yeah, I like the Swords Dance play a lot. Okay. Extreme Speed. Or I can maybe bait out Flutter Mane potentially. Soul Cure. Ah, oh, they got my hands. Okay. Dang. Okay. Crit. Actually, that's kind of annoying because taking as much damage with the hands, like any damage is just not great. All right. We're retreating into Hatterene here. And we're going to go for the Crunch. Because they might retreat here out into Flutter Mane now. They are going to retreat the Arcanine. Flutter Mane? Yep. Okay, perfect. So I get a Crunch off. I could have went for Flare Blitz, but I don't know. It really depends. Because if this is like Sash, okay, I would have preferred Flare Blitz here. It's cool. Special attack. That's all right here. It'll switch out the Iron Hands. This should be Soul Cure and Arcanine, I think, if this is the case. Hatterene going to come in. I think I got Trick Room up. So here comes a Crunch. That did no damage. Yeah, that's bulky. Okay. So Flare Blitz should KO their Flutter Mane. They don't know my item unless they know the team, and I think it's highly doubtful they would actually know this team. So I'm just gonna set up a Trick Room because there's not really like a point of switching right here. Realistically, there really is not. So I'm just gonna Trick Room with Flare Blitz. They have to attack the Hatterene if they want to deny Trick Room, which I think is... It means I don't get acrobatics for the rest of the game, but it's okay. At this point, like, my Bombirdier or Sucker Punch is actually pretty good here. The Arcanine should be in range of -1 Extreme Speed, I want to say. So I don't think this is that awful. I don't. They're gonna retreat Garganacl into Arcanine, it looks like, which is a very fair play. Okay. Or that's Bundle, isn't it? No, Hands. All right. Hands is also a concerning mod, but okay. Wait, that's super passive. That works out huge for me. Okay. I'm glad I take this spot, actually. Because I am able to get a Flare Blitz off into the Flutter Mane, which is really nice. Okay, I like this spot. I like this spot because I get Trick Room off with the Hatterene, and now they're kind of in a weird position. I'm glad I take this. Okay. The question is, do I want to stay in with Arcanine, or do I want to keep attacking? Garganacl could easily come in for the Flutter Mane slot, and the Fake Out could come out into the Hatterene, so I think I want to try to play around that as much as possible. They would Shadow Ball the Arcanine if they attack the Arcanine. I think I'm going to Psychic the Iron Hands here, and I'm going to swap out into Bombirdier. Bombardier's not great, though. Well, I do get the Acrobatics set up at least. Maybe I should just double swap here. Double swapping isn't too bad here. I guess it isn't, because if I catch the Garganacl, that's actually pretty big. And then I could Fake Out on the Iron Hands. You know what? Yeah, this is worth it for sure. Of course, this doesn't work out if they actually go aggressive here with the Iron Hands. Plus the Flutter Mane with going for a Fake Out plus like a Shadow Ball or Moonblast. Although Shadow Ball I think is fine. Moonblast is the one I'm more concerned about, but we'll see. I do need hands to break through the Garganacl. Yeah, this is winnable, but it's very tricky. So Bombirdier going to come in. Get the Room Service, which is nice. Oh, that's a nice Protect here. But wait, what did the hands do? I'm concerned about what the hands did now. They Volt Switch. Oh, that's amazing for me, actually. Okay. If they went for a wall charge straight in my Arcanine, it would have been problematic. But yeah, that works out. Also, Volt Switch confirms there should be Assault Vest most likely. Or it's not going to be like an offensive sweeping one with Sword Stance. So that's actually really good here. Okay. Organical going to come in. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Very nice, very nice. So now I have a position where I can go for a wall charge actually into the Flutter Mane, which I do like. Because this could be Arcanine, which I think is fine. But more importantly, I like the idea of knocking off that potential leftovers from the Garganacl right here. So I'm going to go for the knockoff. If they Salt Cure, it's all right. They're probably Salt Curing my hands, I think, in the case. They could also be trying to... I don't know if you swap into Arcanine here. You could go into hands, which I think is pretty fair here. We're going to see the swap out, which is cool. Hands? Arcanine. Okay, that works out really well for me. Okay. So I am able, unless I knocked off Sword Stance, the Arcanine slot, but that's such a risky play if the Garganacl switches out on Arcanine. But I do think it's pretty fair. I guess Garganacl wasn't probably swapping out most likely. Ooh, this is Terra Ghost. This is really good damage in the Garganacl, which I'll gladly take. And the poison. All right. It's gonna be hard for me to break through this. But manageable. They also don't resist my wall charge, so it's not too bad. I get rid of the leftovers. Nice. Salt Cure, it is in the hands. Yep. All right. Wall charge is going to pick up the knock on Arcanine, so Arcanine's eliminated. I don't have to worry about that on the board. Sucker Punch can always struts in the Flutter Mane, although Sucker Punch is also a concern. We're going to see probably the hands come out for their side. Now, are they going to make an aggressive play or not? I think they would. His hands, yep. I think there should be Heavy Slam into Iron Hands always for the Garganacl slot, and the Iron Hands is probably just going to go for a Wall Charge and Bombirdier. Do I have safe switches? Not really. I think I go Arcanine for the Iron Hands slot, because I don't think they're going to Salt Cure. I think they're going to go for the immediate KO. Unless they want to go for the attack, it's all right, I suppose. Bombardier is not going to survive really here. Knockoff can help against the against the Iron Hands if I do lose a Pokemon here. Turns to Trick Room. I guess I should knock off here the hands. You know what? I'm going to knock off the hands. Get rid of that Solvust. Because I don't really have safe plays around the board right now. I need to try to get in my Hatterene. Hatterene can win this with Psychic. Hatterene can absolutely win this actually. Yeah. Okay. Knockoff, so Assault Vest is gone. I wonder if I don't think I'm faster in hands though. That's the problem. Heavy Slam, yep, they did try to catch the Arcanine. Yep, I thought covering for the Hatterene switch made a lot of sense there against a critical hit, but thankfully it's just not doing too much. Volt Switch, okay. That's actually best case scenario for me. Yeah, that's really good for me. All right, beautiful. Because this should be Flutter Mane, and what I really like about catching the Flutter Mane is I can go for an Acrobatics safely into that slot. It's very, very safe here. Should KO with the Room Service, and I can go out into my Hatterene here, which I really like. So Hatterene going to come in on a potential Salt Cure, and I'm going to go for the Acrobatics into the Flutter Mane. I guess I could get more damage off if I expect the Flutter Mane to protect, and it's very potential for the Flutter Mane to protect here. I don't think I need the extra damage in the Garganacl to pick up the knockout though, so you know what? I'm going to go for Acrobatics. They're going to switch out Garganacl in the hands, which is a good play for their part, yeah. Oh, that's actually a really good play for their part. I should have Acrobatics the hand slot then, because I could have used the damage on the hands. All right. So we're bringing out the Hatterene here. Yeah, good protect on their part. Do I have to Terra Rock this? I probably do. Because I need to live the Sucker Punch. Or I need to live the Moonblast or Dazzling Gleam or whatever they want to go for, right? Because Dazzling Gleam should easily pick up a knockout here. Although their special attack booster is gone. But I'm not really trusting the Bombirdier right now. I think I'm going to go hard into Arcanine here. And I'm going to go for a Terra Rock. And I'm going to go for the Sucker Punch into the... I'm going to go for Sucker Punch into Flutter Mane. If they set up sub, I can Snarl behind the sub, so not really that concerned about it. Let's see. I think this is Dazzling Gleam Fake Out. Actually, Did we confirm Moonblast or did we confirm Fake Out? This could be Shadow Ball, but it's okay. We're gonna Terra here because I don't think Terra helps my matchup at all anyway. Like, by Terra, Arcanine's not gonna do anything. Bombardier's is mainly just as defensive right here, so I might live a Moonblast or Dazzling Gleam. They faked on my Bombardier. Oh, they Shadow Balled. Okay, that makes sense too. And they get a critical hit, which is fine. Okay. Yeah, they Shadow Balled. Makes sense. Okay. That's a lot of damage. I want to say you protect with the Flutter Mane here. You're not going to sub? You could sub. I don't think you should ever sub, though. I really don't. Do I have to go for the out? I do think Snarl is the right play here, though. And I think probably going to hands here. They're not going to Moonblast a Bombardier. They're going to either protect or sub. I think hands makes a lot of sense here. Actually, I might have screwed myself over. If it's protect, I had to Flare Blitz so I make sure that my Arcanine goes down this turn. They saw me move first. I could have Sucker Punched. Although I don't think I actually don't even know if I KO'd realistically. This game's probably... Is it over? All right. It's going to come down to does Hatterene outspeed the hands, which I don't think is the case, unfortunately. Dang it. I tried, Bombardier. I tried. All right. How fast is this Hatterene? Oh, we're at mid speed. We are absolutely screwed. We're absolutely screwed here. All right. Bombardier in. We are absolutely screwed. Go for a Psychic, I guess. Let's go for an Acro. Or not Acro. We Sucker, I guess. I would need like a huge throw right here. That could be it, though. Wait, this is... wait. What's going on? What's going on? This should not be that close. What? No way. There's no way you throw this. Is this KO? It's... Oh, that's barely. I don't have a Soul Vest. Wait, hold on. How fast is Bombardier? Hold on. Can I flinch my way out of this? I could definitely flinch my way out of this. If they fake out Hatterene, they lose. They have to fake out my Bombardier. Okay, so I need to flinch the Iron Hands, or they have to fake out my Hatterene. Either one allows me to win the game. But they know I'm Covert Cloak, so yeah, they should always target the Bombardier. Wait, hold on. Oh, wait, no, this probably a loss. Yeah, because they outspeed. Yeah, okay. Dang it, I did need like a little bit more damage on the Garganacl. If I got like that little bit more on the Garganacl earlier in the game, well, I could still win theoretically, I suppose. It's called Rock Slide. Oh, geez, that was a close one. They protect increase their odds. I think I had to go for multiple Rock Slide flinches anyway into the hands, so doesn't really change my odds here, I think. Let's see how much this Rock Slide does. Terra Rock, its ability, it's giving it technically this... Wow, that does nothing. No flinch either. Unfortunate Bombardier. If I did get the knockout into the Garganacl though, there was absolutely a shot. There was absolutely a shot. I did have to flinch the hands though, for sure. But that was actually closer than I thought. I really think that I'm surprised they gave me that opportunity. I'm really surprised, but man, it was difficult. All right, let's go over to games. Game 1 had to play aggressive into the Sarilege, as that Pokemon is a bad time for my team, but it paid off and I was able to gain a huge lead with Bombardier picking up some early knockouts. Game 2 needed to commit more with the first turn instead of playing too safe, and Acrobatics was very silly into the Great Tusk when I didn't have room service consumed, but was able to do a lot of damage with Bombardier. Game 3, this matchup was rough to break through the Garganacl. I did make a lot of strong plays, but they weren't enough, as I needed to get maybe a bit more chip damage into Garganacl, potentially when the Arcanine protected, or make better plays against the Flutter Mane and Flarelets or the Sucker Punch mind games right. Bombirdier. It's interesting for sure. It actually did end up putting a lot of work, which I was surprised about in today's episode. Do I think it's the strongest? It was impressive for some moments. There was great moments where it actually was doing a lot of damage, and then there were some moments where kind of disappointed me. Of course, its stats aren't exactly impressive, but having 3 stabs in Rock, Flying, and Dark is pretty impressive overall. But it was a very fun team. If you do want to check it out, you can check it out with the rental code on your screen available. You can also check out the details of the team in the creator down below the description. And of course, subscribe to the channel for more VGC content.